Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry I haven't been posting in a couple of days. I was at my grandmother's. That is what this video is about. I know that I posted about my condition and what it is and stuff. Now I'm going to tell you guys how it reacts when you're away for a few days. Sorry, I have a sniffle. I'm probably getting a cold. But anyway, I was with my grandmother for like only 2 days, and I started to get really homesick. I missed my mother, and I know a lot of you people are saying, why did she leave her grandmother? Why is she so loving her mother so much? You know, that's a lot of questions I get. I mean, why do you care about your mother so much? I mean, a lot of people have asked me those kinds of questions. Like, why do you care about your mother so much? Your mother's fine. Your mother's grown. I mean, your mother is fine. And as a lot of people ask me those kinds of questions. And you know what? I just turn the other way and I say whatever, that's your opinion. But my opinion is, I care about my mother very, very much. I love her very, very much. Ever since my stepdad moved out, it's been me and her 24/7, 7 days a week. And I was at my grandmother's and I was upset. I was crying and everything because I missed my mother. I wanted to come home. So we were at my grandmother's office and I was in there shredding papers and stuff, and she knew something was wrong. And she knew I was getting frustrated with the paper shredder because the shredder of the drawer wouldn't shut. I was getting upset. I was getting frustrated. And, with my disability, I get frustrated very, very easily. And my grandmother asked me what was wrong. And I told her that I'm just frustrated with the moving and I miss my mother and I want to go home. And she goes, okay, well, when I get off of work, I will take you home. And so she sent me to the library for a little while to, try to calm down and everything. And her boss, I'm not going to mention her name in this video. Her boss told her that if she's missing her mom that much, you can take her home now if you want to. And so my grandmother took me home, and I was supposed to stay there this whole week until we moved next week. But like I said, I got really, really homesick. I wanted to come home. I didn't want to stay there anymore. And, that's another thing with my disability is that when I'm gone for about maybe 2 or 3 days, or I have to be gone a week, I get homesick. And I miss my mother and I will want to come home. So, before I went to my grandmother's, I was on the air mattress because my room is completely like just empty. Like it's empty. There's no bed in there, and there's a whole bunch of mess all over the floor, and we gotta clean that up. I would show you my empty room, but there's stuff on the floor, and I don't want to show you guys that. So before my grandmother brought me home, we went to the Walmart in Castroville, and she bought me another air mattress. That air mattress that I have now is very, very comfortable. It's only a twin size mattress, but like I said, we are not going to be here very long, so that's all I needed is just a twin mattress. Yeah, I do get homesick a lot. where I want to come home because I miss my mother and stuff. And when people ask me those questions about, why do you always care for your mother? Why do you always follow her wherever she goes? Why can't she go to places by herself? Why can't she do this by herself? She's a grown woman. Well, a lot of people do think that way about their mothers because that's them personally. But for me, I would never leave my mother's side. Like I said, it's been me and my mom my whole entire life. And I hear everybody saying that you only get one mother. And then when that mother is gone, there's nothing else you can do. My mother, I'm not going to mention her name in this video because she probably doesn't want her name to be mentioned. But my mother is sick. Well, she's not technically sick, but she has health problems that, that I need to help her with. She has asthma, she has high blood pressure, she gets dizzy, and, when I was gone, I was just thinking about, you know, something could happen. I mean, she gets so dizzy where she can fall in the middle of the kitchen floor, and I'm not here to help her up. She could be sitting in her chair and she would have an asthma attack, and I won't be here to help her. And when stuff like that happens and I'm not around to help her, I blame myself. I blame myself, and I just ask myself this question: why wasn't I there to help her? Why wasn't I there? And it's just that, I really do care for my mother a lot. So, yeah, like I said, we are not going to be here very long. We have one more week to be here. After this week, we have one more week to be here, and we're out of here. And if y'all want to know that I am excited, yes, I am very, very excited. And yes, I will continue to be excited because it's almost time for us to move out of here. And I am really excited. We were supposed to move out in November, but stuff happens kind of early. So, it's just that I get homesick very easily. And, it's nothing wrong with that. I mean, hey, I miss my mother that much. Yeah. I mean, when you come to think about it, I thank God every single day that I still have my mother. I'm just thanking every day that I still have my mother. And I feel bad for a lot of kids nowadays that don't have their mother. If some of my subscribers don't have their mother, I really, really am very, very sorry for the loss of y'all's mothers. A mother is like a gift for a child. God chooses the mother of the mother to what child. And God chose this wonderful mother to be my mother. God chooses your mother. They choose which mother you deserve to be with, that the child deserves to be with. And that's when the child decides to grow inside of you. And I'm just so lucky and so happy that I have my mother. I mean, a lot of kids nowadays are in shelters, they're in foster homes, they're in adoption homes and stuff, and they don't need that. They deserve to have a loving family, a mother and a father. I do have two mothers, and I do have one father. As a lot of you guys know, my real father was a jerk. I'm not going to mention his name or anything, but my real father was a jerk. He didn't care nothing about me. He didn't care nothing about my mother. He didn't, you know, he wasn't there my whole life. But I didn't know who my real biological father was. And my biological father was a jerk. All he did was drink alcohol and beer, and, well, I guess beer is basically alcohol. But anyway, he used to drink a lot of beer and go to bars and get drunk, and my mother was around all that, and she didn't deserve none of that. My real dad used to come home drunk and stuff, and he's been arrested before, and he somehow snuck out. I don't know how you can sneak out of prison when there's guards and police officers all around. But anyhow, he snuck out, I guess, in a window or something, and they didn't even know. He was gone, and so until this day, he still asks about me, but he never did nothing for me. He never did nothing for me. He never did nothing for my mom either, but abused my mother. And if he wants, I don't have nothing to deal with my father. I don't want nothing to deal with my real father. I don't want to see him. I don't even want to look at him. I don't want nothing to do with my father. And I can make that decision now because I am an adult and I am 19 years old. I can make that decision. And my decision is that I do not want to see him. I have a father that loves me very, very much. He's been my father ever since I was 5 months old, and he is my stepfather. But he calls himself my real father. And I think he should be my real father because of all what he did for me. He was there with my mother when, I needed to get changed, or I needed to be fed, or, my dad got up in the middle of the night and took care of me when my mother needed some rest. And her taking care of me all day long is very, very tiring. When I was little, I was everywhere. I was running around the house and everything. I was everywhere. And my dad told my mother to just stay in bed, and he'll go tend to me of what I need. And I had a little rocking chair in my nursery when I was a baby, and I was really, really upset, and my dad would just lay me on his shoulder and pat my back, and he used to rock me to sleep. And then when I fell asleep, put me back in my crib, and he covered me up with the blanket and put my head on a pillow because, dads, including my dad, my dad was very, very, very overprotective of me. He wanted to make sure I was safe and stuff, and That's how a dad should be to their kids. Um, I mean, a lot of you, some of my subscribers probably know this, and some of y'all might know. But the new subscribers that are new, I want to let you know that I wouldn't have my dad now, my stepdad now, if it wasn't for my Aunt Trisha. My Aunt Trisha passed away back in 2016 from heart failure. I think it was heart failure. Something about her heart. Well, she did smoke a lot. She had COPD and a lot of other health problems that were wrong with her. And, till this day I do miss her a lot. She was a beautiful, beautiful person. I mean, she is the kind of person that will make you laugh and smile and help you cheer up when you're having a very bad day. She was a very godly woman. She loved the Lord. She loved God. You know, she was a very, very pretty woman. Her and my mother had been friends for, again, I think 30 something years, something like that, but they've been friends for a long, long time. They were like sisters. I mean, they fought like sisters. They fighted like sisters. They, you know, had arguments like sisters have. I mean, it was, she was just a very, a very pretty woman. And she is missed till this day. Um, if only she could have stopped smoking, she would still be here. But she died because she kept smoking and smoking and smoking and smoking. And you know, my Aunt Tricia was a very happy. She always wanted you to be happy. I mean, she just wanted you to be happy. I mean, she was a very happy person. And when she's happy, she wants everybody to be happy. I I mean, she was beautiful. I mean, till this day, I miss her very, very much. I think she's been gone. Let's see, she died in 2016. I think she's been gone 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. She's been gone 3 years. And I still miss her a lot. But like I said, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have a dad. Yeah, so that's the picture up there of my two parents. Right there, my step parents. Hope y'all can be able to see that, but yeah. Those are my two step parents up there in that picture. As y'all can tell, we have a lot of stuff off that shelf and off the walls. I'll make a separate video of that so y'all can see it better, because I know that y'all can't see it, and besides, my phone doesn't flip and show it around while I'm still recording, so my phone's weird. But it's like all around. I mean, all the walls, all the crosses and stuff are taken down. There were knickknacks on this shelf. All that's taken down. I don't know what my mother's going to do with all this stuff here, but we'll figure that out when the time comes. But like I said, we are not going to be here very much longer, and next coming weekend, I will be in a new area, in a new house, and I'll be in a new location to film. Hopefully better lighting, because the lighting here in this chair is horrible. That's what I'm hoping for, is better lighting. Is what I'm hoping for, is better lighting. Because this lighting in this house is horrible. I mean, to get better lighting, you would either have to use a flashlight. That's all you have to use, is a flashlight to get better lighting in here. So anyhow, yeah. So hopefully, not this weekend, but the next weekend, I'll have better lighting and, a bigger room and stuff like that. So this week we're going to be packing a little bit, and then probably the next part of this week coming up, we're going to be packing more. That way we could be ready when the movers come and move all of our stuff out of here. I mean, it's just really exciting. Like, I'm excited to move. I've been excited since I knew we were moving, and I wanted to move the same day when I found out. That's how excited I was. Very weird, isn't it? Anyway, so you guys, this was just a little update video of what has been going on. So like I said, I will be doing a separate video on what's been already packed up and stuff. But anyhow, this was just a little update video and slash chit chat. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see y'all in my next video.